Hello, writers, and welcome to Ben 2 Session 8, Telling Stories That Make Readers Shiver. I am so excited for today. So, writers, I'm going to say a few words from a fairy tale. And if you remember those words, will you say them along with me? Here's one. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll use his bones to make my bread. Here's another one. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. Trip, trap. Who's that walking on my bridge? It is I, the little bilious goat gruff. One of my personal favorites. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Grandma, what big ears you have. The better to see you with, my dear. Grandma, what big eyes you have. What big teeth you have. The better to eat you with, my dear. So many people know these refrains by heart, and it helps them to tell the story. Because remember, fairy tales were written to be said aloud. Plus, it makes them a little bit more fun. It's kind of fun to stomp around the house going fee, fi, fo, fum. So today I want to teach you that fairy tales are written to be read aloud or story told in ways that make listeners squeal and shiver. At the exciting parts, there are often repeated refrains that add to the tension. And throughout, the story is written so that the listener will feel what the writer wants them to feel and see what the writer wants them to see. So once upon a time, a long time ago, the world-famous storyteller, Mem Fox, the author of Koala Lou, taught a storytelling class to about 30 teachers. And I've heard some tales about this class. She taught them a few really important tips, and she said that when you tell a story, you are always desperate for your listener to see what you see, to feel what you feel. And the best way to get your listeners to do that is for you to be seeing and feeling what you want your listeners to see and feel. So if you are writing about those 3 billy goats gruff who braved that scary bridge to get to the meadow with its sweet grass, you need to see the meadow. Take a second to picture that meadow right now. Is it sprinkled with dandelions? Is the grass that sweet green color of soft new grass? If you don't see that meadow full of grass with your eyes, how will your listeners, your readers, see it with their eyes? When that giant troll rises up under the bridge, we, the storytellers, need to feel our knees shake. We need to tremble as we stutter. Don't eat me. My brother's coming soon and he's much bigger. Eat my brother. When writers create refrains, they aren't just any old repeated words. They are descriptive and important enough that they add to the story every time they appear. So writers, I'm going to give you a moment now. Think of where the trouble is building in your original fairy tale, that original version. What does that scene look and feel like? What is the famous refrain, and how does it build tension and anticipation? Go ahead, think. You can turn and talk if you need to. So, writers, now that you've thought about the original refrain in your original fairy tale, it's time for you to give it a try. And I absolutely love hearing all of these. I'm sure I'm going to be going home tonight, stomping around, going fee, fi, fo, fum, and maybe even sharing some of the awesome ones that you come up today with my family. So, look back at your plan sheet from session 7, and I want you to look over how your scenes are going to go and place a star where you think you're going to add in a refrain. You can always add it in more than one spot in your final draft too, but at least find one spot to put it for now. And then you're going to take about 10 minutes to draft your refrain. All right, writers, off you go. writers, I'm going to pause you here for a moment. If you already have your refrain all set and ready to go, it's time to get into drafting your first small moment. So think back to some of that work we did in Bend 1 with acting it out. I want you just focusing on the one scene. Really take the time to act it out and stretch it out. Again, in your writer's notebook, you'll find you have a few different choices for plan sheets. You could reuse some of the same styles that worked for you in Bend 1 or try a new one. When we come back for share, we're going to be ready to share out some of those exciting refrains too. I can't wait to see the great work you do. Off you go, writers. All right, writers, I'm really excited to hear some of your exciting refrains from today. And then remember, in our next session, we're going to start drafting out our other scenes. So I'm really excited to get that work done as well. All right, let's hear it, writers.